Today I'm doing a little bit of a cooking video. Um, this is kind of audio recorded after the fact, so yeah. To start off, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the stove to a low heat. In this case, the burger meat that I was using was frozen, so I've gotta also kind of thaw it as I cook it. So it's gonna take a little bit longer to cook. But first things first, we're gonna grab our onion. As you can see, I'm having a little difficulty. Oh, okay, maybe I got that side, no problem. But then I'm gonna have a little difficulty cutting into this side of it. Uh, I'm like, ooh, ooh, struggle, struggle. The struggle is real. Here we go. But then I use the tip of the knife to start the onion and manage to work my way around it with that. Yep, there you go, onion cut. And then we go ahead and discard the ends and the peel. Throw them all in the garbage can right there. Super handy to have everything I need very close by. Then we're going to go ahead and give the onion a rough chop. Showing off how the onions are diced up, you know, nice and easy. Getting them all off to the side, making room. And now I'm going and finding my friend and being like, hey, where's the garlic at? She's like, we got minced garlic. And I'm like, well, no. And she's like, I think we have a whole garlic clove somewhere. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And that's Shaylin. She's like my best female friend in the whole wide world. She's grabbing the garlic for me, handing it to me. Handy dandy, exactly what I need. We will end up using the minced garlic because I end up messing up my recipe here. So we do end up using the minced garlic in the long run, but not for anything that I would normally make. It wasn't bad garlic, but it wasn't fresh. And I mean, some of it was actually bad. I had to throw away like one of the cloves. I was like, oh yeah, that's not that's gross. And it was like folding. And I was like, ew, 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 ew. Now we're setting up the garlic, getting it nice and ready to mince. That one, that's the one I was like, ew, gross, yucky. Attacking the frozen hamburger meat with the spatula. As you can see, it's quite tough. It's like breaking ice cubes. But it will work out for me at this time. And I know it will because I thought it out beforehand by running the entire package under some water. Now we're nicely mincing the garlic up. Yep, there we are, mincing garlic. I don't know what more to say about this other than I'm mincing garlic right now. The recipe that I'm making, I guess, is something I could get into. I used to call it beef stroganoff. The friends I'm making it for, Nick and Shaylin, Nick calls it chief beef, and ever since then we've called it chief beef. Because I was like, it needs a name that's not beef stroganoff, because it's not beef stroganoff. And he's like, chief beef. So there I am, drinking a can of soda. Yummy, yummy. I'm cooking this all in a wok, because it's like the pan that was available is a wok. It works. It walks the walk, you know what I mean? Doesn't talk the talk, thank goodness. If it did, I'd get a little concerned. I return to the soda. Gotta make sure I finish the full can before the meat's done. Look, there's my pretty face. Look at me. Anyway. Yep, just hanging out, drinking soda. Waiting for meat to cook. It's a good time, really. Cayenne seasoning. We always gotta throw some cayenne in it. We get cayenne's my secret ingredient. We put cayenne on everything. Put a little bit of cayenne in there. Bam. Salt and pepper. You know, and just a healthy amount of salt and pepper. Just having fun with it. Having fun with the salt and pepper shakers there. Get those nice and stirred in. All those spices that I've just put in. By that, I laugh when I say spice. I mean, the cayenne's a spice, but salt and pepper a spice. I mean, yeah, but no, but yeah. Anyway, make it taste. Make it how you want to make it. This is your recipe. You know, to do what you want with it. This is just the way I did it this time. And this time, like, I messed up the recipe like super bad because I'm only using a pound of hamburger meat here. But I kind of forget that. And now we're just watching meat cook. Oh, we're stirring it up some more. There's a spatula coming into play. Getting a better view of the meat. There's a pan and some bread, and now I'm gonna open the bread, and I'm gonna go into this bread like a freaking maniac. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go at this bread like you've never seen somebody cut bread in your life. It's like I've never cut bread before. I go at it with a meat cleaver. Look at me. What am I thinking? Give me a paring knife. So I go ahead and go at it with a paring knife, and I pare that bread nice and good, like I'm deboning a chicken there. I didn't really get into it. We go into one side. We go try to hit level. Try to keep it in the line, and go at it from the other side. And at the end, it kind of does not work super well. I just kind of end up ripping it at the end there. To the point where I'm like, where Shaylin's like, well, it's better than ripping it. And I'm like, is it though? Well, let's try. Let's figure it out. And so at this one, I just gonna rip. And we need 3 slices of bread. So, I got myself, one for her, one for Nick, and one for me. So, there we go. Three slices of bread, mostly. And I'm like, can I tuck this in? Should I tuck this in? Trying to tuck it, ripped it in half, trying to tuck it in. And I'm like, you know what? No, screw it. And I start eating it. So yeah, look at all that grease pooled up there. So I'm holding up the wok in one hand, like behind the camera, spooning the grease into my soda can. And I'm like, all right, well, this ain't working. So I switch my grip and my position, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to try this. And this does not work super well. It kind of makes a bit of a mess. But it does work. It does the trick it needs to do. It pours the grease into the can. Then now, at this point in the recipe, what I'm supposed to do, because I have a pound of beef here, is add 8 ounces of sour cream. What I end up doing is adding like 12 ounces of sour cream. I was almost about to add 16. Then I'm like, oh, right, it's only a pound. And I'm like, does it work? And it was too much sour cream. I'm like, that's all the sour cream I needed to add. That right there. And then I go back for more. There we go. That's where I messed it up. And I'm like, you know what? That looks like it might be too much sour cream. Look at this mess. I'm like, let's put pasta in it. Fuck it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I just remembered I left my burrito at work. I made this amazing burrito. Oh no, I only took like 2 bites of that amazing burrito and forgot it. Oh, it was so good. It had chicken and rice and cheese, salsa, pico, guacamole, onions, lettuce, queso, chorizo. Oh my god, it was the most delicious burrito. I forgot it. Oh, hey, look, I've started a pot of water to boil because I have to make pasta now. So now we get to sit here and watch water boil. It's going to be good just as is, but it could use a couple more things. So I go ahead and grab my paring knife again that I used to cut the bread. I cut up some butter, and I put the butter in a little dish. Right there, yeah. That's butter in a little dish. I don't remember how much butter I used. At this point, I am not going off a recipe. I am 100% winging everything that I'm doing. So I put some butter in a little dish, and then I'm like, all right. And this is where that minced garlic I talked about earlier comes in. I put a little bit of that pre-minced garlic on the butter in the dish. Let's put some basil pesto in it. Let's put a little bit of that in the bowl. So we put a little bit of basil pesto in the bowl. So I'm feeding the new mixture of butter to Chef Mike. I'm putting him in there for 30 seconds. And I'm buttering the 3 slices of bread with the butter sauce. And it worked actually like surprisingly well. Nope. Now it's time to take a bong rip. That's what the lighter meant. And I definitely helped the water boil, which is interesting to me. Okay, so this is a fun scientific fact, because when I talk about weed, I have to talk about it from a scientific standpoint. So I blow it directly onto the water there. I blow the hot smoke on top of the heating water, and basically by the time the smoke clears, the water is boiling to the point that I need it. I'm like, oh my god, that was amazing. That was such a magic trick. I can't believe that worked. Oh, now we're adding the pasta to the water because it's finally boiling. Enough. Oh, the pasta's simmering now. And it's simmering. And it's simmering. And it's simmering. Come back in 10 minutes. It'll still be simmering. So yeah. This is a fun time. It's all almost done. Anyway, that's bread. I'm eating bread. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm eating an onion. Took the pasta away because I'm straining it into a strainer. Getting all the water out. Putting the pan in the sink. Don't need the pan no more. Got all the pasta out of it. I only cooked like half a box of pasta, not a whole box of pasta. Dumped it straight into the sauce there. Mixing up my pasta, my sauce. Now I'm spreading the sauce atop the bread. The pasta and the sauce atop the pesto garlic bread. At this point, you could add some tomatoes. You could add some bell peppers. You could add all sorts of different things to the top of this. And to top that off, put mozzarella cheese. And so I just put the mozzarella cheese on this time. Cheese it up. And just spray the cheese on there. Nice and good. Pat it down. Good boy cheese. Pat pat. Just gonna shove that in. That is to say, I mean, obviously, for the record, I've been watching it with you the whole time. It looks delicious, though. Like, it looks good. The cheese is melted. That's what's important. The bread's not burnt. It actually smells incredible. I'm like, alrighty. All done. What do you know? My hand. Cheers to that. See ya. Have a good one. That's the video that you've sat here now and watched with me. That I've now sat here and watched with you. And talked over. So, that was fun. That was an experience. Want to do it again?